What's up, men's physique fans, and welcome back to another video. What a weekend for men's physique. We had 2 pro shows, 2 new qualified Olympians, and a lot of drama to get into. Guys, the men's physique division is heating up. The race for the Olympia is here, and all of the best are coming out to play. So let's sit back, relax, and enjoy this video because we have a lot to talk about.
Grapevine, but I ain't hearing nothing great. No, they wanna take it all from me, so I give what it takes. Whole life been a miracle, seen everything but a cape. Why would I stop now? Found everything on a journey, but another way. Look.
The Miami Muscle Beach Pro was hands down the most stacked lineup of the year, rivaling the Pittsburgh Pro and yes, the New York Pro. The excitement of Vitor and Andre Ferguson going head to head was something that every fan was excited for. But not only that, we had a rookie coming out of the woodworks after absolutely dominating his amateur ranks and jumping into the IFBB. And then we also had a very exciting new rookie pop up on the scene. And again, a lot of Olympians battling to go back to Las Vegas. But guys, it's safe to say a lot of people's predictions were wrong, including mine. But first, let's break down the first callouts and give props where props are due, because it's safe to say these guys brought it. Coming in at that 5th place spot, we have Alessio Cabrera. And guys, when I mean he has significantly improved after stepping on stage and placing 8th place at the New York Pro, he did just that. Now, he was actually one of the smallest guys in the lineup, but still gave a lot of those guys a run for their money, not only simply due to conditioning, but simply his presence on stage. I did not know much about him prior to this show, but it's safe to say if he continues to improve the way that he did from New York to Miami with a better lineup, it's only a matter of time before he's battling it out for that top spot to qualify for the Olympia. So again, congratulations, one hell of a package, and I'm excited to see what he continues to do this season. And coming in at 4th place, we have the rookie sensation. And yes, we have had a lot of conversations about Senate Ricardo on this channel. And guys, after dominating the amateur ranks just a few weeks ago, he hops into the most stacked lineup and places 4th place. Guys, I want you to understand this young man's future is extremely bright. Now, this man is very, very different compared to most amateurs who just turned pro. This man is not just any rookie. In the IFBB Pro Elite, he has won 8 pro shows. So it's safe to say this man is not fearful of competition, jumping into the biggest lineup of the year and giving top guys a run for their money. And again, it's safe to say this guy has a very bright future. The one thing that I want to continue to see Senate Ricardo improve on is simply his posing. Again, he has everything else. Massive shout out to his parents and definitely his work ethic. His shoulders, his back, his overall structure is just absolutely bar none. Now, there is still things that he needs to improve, but guys, he's already placing 4th at top pro shows. If he continues to grow his chest, when you are as wide as he is from left to right, it's safe to say there's a lot of surface space that needs to be covered. And that's the one area of improvement, very similar to myself and most tall guys. If we can continue to fill out that upper chest, we have a lot of emphasis on stage, which simply just takes time. His back stands out. His conditioning is on point. His posing is one thing as well that needs to continue to improve. I think that if he can just look a little bit more comfortable on stage, it's going to allow him just to elevate. And those are things that he can actually change very quickly going into future shows. And guys, I am so serious when I say this. After seeing him stand next to these top athletes, I guarantee this man will be on the 2024 Olympia stage. And I'm not just saying that lightly, because this man has a very, very bright future. I actually would compare him to Dan Ibrahim. Him and Dan have a very similar look. But I would say what a lot of people knocked Dan for was simply his structure and maybe just the fact that he didn't look men's physique. I think Senate Ricardo is the Dan, but looking more men's physique. Again, it's just something about their physiques that are similar, but also so different. Almost like a classic version versus a men's physique version. But again, if Dan were to streamline his physique to almost more like a Senate Ricardo, I can guarantee you Dan will be in a very similar position like Senate. Both have very dominant backs. Both have a little bit of issues with posing. Again, both have a little bit of weaknesses when it comes to the chest, but also a lot of freak factor in their physiques. Guys, it's safe to say that Senate Ricardo is going to be a force to be reckoned with in the IFBB. And after a 2nd place finish at the Optimum Classic, and it looked to be a 2nd place finish at prejudging, we have Brandon Cantaloupe's coming in at third place. Now, guys, I think it's safe to say Brandon has arrived. Brandon is somebody who has been extremely consistent in his early pro shows, and which has really set him apart going against some top guys. Again, this is his rookie season. He has now placed second and he has placed third. If the Olympia point system was still in place, he would be the front runner for these points. The one thing that I love about Brandon's physique, and something that I truly believe helps him separate from some of the top guys in this division, is his detail. Now, guys, there's a big difference between conditioning and detail. One can be conditioned, but not detailed. Now, the one thing about Brandon is the separation in his muscle is there, which when you top that with that next level conditioning, just emphasizes his physique so much more. He has significantly improved just from Optimum Classic to now Miami in just 1 week. And guys, I'm really excited to see what he continues to do. He fixed his posing, right? He looked significantly drier at prejudging, but I do believe he slipped just a little bit, opening up the door for our second place finisher, Deke Walker. And guys, I said this in a previous video, Deke is a dark horse, but he is now a front runner in majority of shows after beating the high level of caliber people he did just this past weekend. This was hands down the best package that Deke Walker has ever brought to a stage, and it's safe to say he is now being rewarded. Keep in mind, Tyler Mannion, the vice president, the man who sets the standard for every division, is judging this show. So that means he liked Deke Walker's look, his conditioning, his detail, his front shot, his back shot. He loved everything over some of the top guys in the world. I want you guys to wrap your head around that, because now there's no joke. Deke Walker, it will be a favorite at the majority of shows that he does. And I'm really excited to see what he does, because I can tell you this much. He will be in that top spot again, battling it out for the Olympia. And if he nails his look the way that he did in Miami, I will see you in Las Vegas, brother. Now, before I jump to first place, there was a big change between prejudging final between Brandon and Deke. You will notice that Deke was not in that comparison with our first place finisher for the majority of prejudging. But when it came to finals, there was something different about Deke's look that just simply brought him to life. And guys, keep in mind, this was a very short intermission. Prejudging ended around 1 o'clock, where finals started around 4 o'clock. So there was a 3-hour opportunity to completely change his look, and he did just that. And guys, I have seen it happen multiple times in this sport, especially when it comes to the pro level athletes, where their bodies can completely change in a matter of hours to truly maximize and jump a lot of other guys in order for a higher placing. And Deke did just that. He placed second at the Miami Muscle Beach, and now he is going to go continue to fight for that Olympia qualification. And coming in at first place, we have Brazil's finest in Vitor Chavez. And let me first start off by saying, Vitor, welcome back to the Olympia stage, baby. Vitor, after placing second at the New York Pro and second at the Pittsburgh Pro behind Ali Bilal, he has now kicked the door in Miami after placing third in 2022 and then second behind Andre Ferguson in 2023. Now goes back into Miami and grabs what was supposed to be the Trident. Now, before we get to the trophy, let me first say this. Vitor has found his peak. Now, do I believe this was his best look to date? Not necessarily. I do absolutely love his Pittsburgh Pro look, but it was enough on this day, and it was significantly improved from previous packages. So I do believe him and Cuts are finding that recipe to get the damn job done. And again, we all know how dangerous Vitor is. He is just somebody who is simply getting better and better, placing 13th at his first Olympia, 9th at his second Olympia. And again, every other show, he has simply gotten closer and closer to that top spot. Here at Miami, he is that top spot. So congratulations to Vitor. But again, I do have to say, man, when it comes to the trophy, I'm not sure what you're going to do and how the hell you are going to get that barbell. You guys heard that right. A barbell back to Brazil. I don't know if they're paying for the shipping. I sure hope that they do. But I will say, this trophy here, this Trident, I know we talked before the show, man. I know you wanted one. But I don't think I'm going to trade you for that barbell. But again, man, congratulations, and you are going to the Olympia. I will see you in October. Coming into the show, there were two names on this list who we thought were likely be battling it out to take home that Trident trophy. Well, the barbell trophy now. But just a few hours before stepping on stage, Andre Ferguson made an Instagram story post. Sorry guys, but I will not be competing in the Miami Pro. Severe dehydration from the last few days, literally cannot function at all. And no, I have not taken diuretics. I haven't eaten or peed in days, and I can't even keep water down without throwing it back up. Gonna head to an IV clinic again or just end up going to the hospital. This is not normal for me at all. And guys, I want you guys to understand, this sport, especially the last few days of this sport, is the furthest thing from healthy. Andre Ferguson is a veteran. He is somebody who has been on this stage so many times. He has won 18 pro shows. He is somebody who's been to the Olympia. He's battled out for the Olympia title. He has won Arnold Classics. He has simply been at the top and truly knows what optimal is and feels like. He made a decision today to pull out, to prioritize health, and at the end of the day, we got to respect it. As much as I wanted to see him battle it out to regain that barbell trophy, you know, we want to see him healthy, because we all know it's only a matter of time before Andre Ferguson qualifies for the Olympia. But Andre has been in this sport at the top of his game for a very long time, and health is a primary reason for that. He has been healthy from the start of his career to the end of his career, and we want to make sure that stays continued until he ends up hanging it up. So with that being said, Andre, I wish you nothing but the best, brother. I hope you continue to heal up. He did make a post just after the show that I want to make sure that I update you guys on, because again, I do like to hear that he's heading in the right direction. 5 IV bags later, and I just peed for the first time in over 2 days. Guys, as an athlete who has been through dehydration, who has been through extreme constipation, and for those athletes who know, like, that's not just normal, right? Like, inability to go to the bathroom this close to a show will make or break your look. And you don't even know how happy I am. We take the most mundane and routine things for granted until you can't do them anymore. So true. Shout out to everyone for their messages. Much appreciated. I'll get back to y'all. But right now, this is the first time I've been hungry in 2 days, and the doctor's orders is to go eat something solid. Brother, I hope you go get all the food in the world. Again, clear your mind, get yourself in a better mental state, because again, we all know it's going to be a matter of time before you get on that Olympia stage and punch that 19th win and 19th Olympia qualification. So again, we wish you nothing but the best, of speedy recovery, and go enjoy your solid food. The Thailand Pro took place this past weekend, and guys, just wait until you hear what happened to two-time Olympian IFBB Pro YS. But before we get into that, we have to give a massive shout out to Omir Bahid. Guys, he is now a 2024 qualified Olympian, and from India will be stepping on stage in Las Vegas. One hell of a package. Somebody who's a little bit more smaller but more dense of a frame. Again, not really missing anything. If he can bring up his back a little bit more, I truly believe that he could be giving guys a run for their money. But again, still a lot to improve on. But regardless, he is an Olympian, and he earned it. So again, congratulations, brother. I look forward to not only battling with you in India next week, but also on the Olympia stage. Now, IFBB Pro YS was sharing center stage in prejudging this morning with Omir. But when it came to finals, he was nowhere to be seen. So after reaching out to YS and trying to get a little bit more of an understanding of what actually happened, I got a good breakdown, not only from his Instagram post, but also some behind the scene conversations that I had with him. But first, let me emphasize this. This is not to take away from Amir. Amir showed up, he showed out, and he's going to the Olympia for a reason. But YS was hands down the favorite going into the show. He already qualified for the Olympia earlier this year. He was the favorite. He was in center battling it out this morning for prejudging. And it's safe to say, if he were to show up at finals, I think he would have, again, got his second win of the season. But nonetheless, he didn't show up. So there was a misunderstanding with timing. So when he asked the promoter did mention that he had to be back at 5 o'clock, but because that there was no amateurs who were competing in that show, they ended up moving the time back. to 4 o'clock for pros. So when YS got to the venue, they were wrapping up. So because of that, he missed his opportunity to not only win another show, but even step on stage for finals. Now keep in mind, guys, I was not there. I didn't speak to the promoter. I only spoke to the athlete. But nonetheless, if that were the case, if there was a time adjustment with not many people being notified, then again, there's definitely some things that the IFBB needs to take a look at, or at least the show promoter needs to take a look at. But I will also say this, as an athlete, we have always been told to be there a minimum of an hour early. When it came to the Optimum Pro, we had finals at 5. They told us to be there at 4. My ass was there at 3:30. Again, a lot of things can go wrong in those final moments. Shows are unpredictable, not only from an NPC amateur level, but all the way up to the pro levels. You guys seen what happened at the Olympia just a couple years ago in 2022, when there were so many guys. They ended up not ending the pro bodybuilding division until 3 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And again, I can promise that wasn't a part of their plan, especially for the biggest show in the world. So once I noticed that, I realized anything is possible. So make sure you show up. So this is an opportunity for anybody to learn. Plan for worst case scenarios. Be there early. Find your comfort spot, relax, and again, get prepared for battle. But I can guarantee you this. YS will never make that mistake again. He's an Olympian. He's going to learn from his mistakes. And again, Omir and him will be battling it out again at the Olympia. But damn, that is one hell of a way to lose a show. But regardless, congratulations to Omir again. We'll see you at the Olympia station. And the time has finally come. Guys, this has been a long time coming. For those of you who have been massive supporters of me on this channel, I have to first say thank you. Not only have we been growing drastically, but the NPR podcast is taking off. The new company that I'm starting that is here to focus on growing and enhancing the men's physique division is finally here. On Friday, June 7th at 12 p.m. EST, we will be launching our very first Origin launch board shorts. Guys, I'm at a complete loss for words right now. These board shorts have been in works for over 2 years. It started with an idea, turned into a lot of trial and error, and now manifestation is here. And guys, I love this division, man. It's everything to me. And I poured everything I had, not only into these board shorts, but into just me trying to give back. And this is one way that I'm doing just that. So if you can please follow our Instagram page, Manifest Competition Wear. I will put the link below and I will put that @ name on the screen. We are doing a giveaway every single day leading up till Friday for an opportunity for you to win a completely free pair of board shorts. We are also announcing the new colorways of each board short. Today, we had just officially announced my collab Redemption board shorts. Check these out. Absolutely insane colorway. There's nothing out there on the market like this, and the material on here is hands down my favorite. These are extremely form-fitting. They stretch. The waistband is cut 1/2 inch shorter than the majority out there for a reason. When you're on stage, you see a lot of guys pulling down their board shorts. Why? Because they're trying to show their V-line and their overall structure and their taper. Because that, we decided to make this angle down just a little bit more, so that is a lot easier to happen and manage. Again, the design is extremely unique. The logo is sleek, but with a lot of personality. And I think that everybody out there who is watching this at some point in their career or at some point in their life have had to simply manifest their reality. I am a firm believer in manifestation. You have to believe it. You have to feel it, and you even have to scream it out loud before it comes to fruition. I have it tatted on me. Manifestation is the gateway to your reality. And I can promise you this will hands down be the best board short company in the industry. And it would mean so much if you guys can support. If you are somebody you know are interested in stepping on stage for the first time, earning a national qualification, or earning your IFBB Pro card, or even maybe shutting it down and focusing on growing for the 2025 season and being undeniable by the time you step back on stage, I am now taking on clients. All you guys have to do is click the link below. I will reach out to make sure that we are a good fit. And I always make sure that I emphasize this, guys. This will not be an easy process. I will push you. I have high standards for my clients, but because of that, they rise to those standards and we get the damn job done. Now, I recently added a lower budgeted service. So if you are also looking to save a little bit of money, but also want to make sure you still get a high value coach in that process, and yes, it will be me. There's nobody else. It is me who is making the X's and O's changes. It is me who you're talking to. And again, I am now not allowing finances to take away from a client's experience. Again, it will not be as intuitive as the additional services that you would get with a hands-on approach, but nonetheless, this approach will still allow you to maximize your potential and get to the stage or simply change your life in a lifestyle approach in a way that allows you to enjoy it again and maximize your potential. But with that being said, as always, I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. Sign up for the link below if you're interested in coaching. Make sure you mark your calendars June 7th, 12 p.m. EST. Manifest Competition Wear is going live. I love you guys, and I will see you in the next video.